to have conversation intelligence, what are the qualities and characteristics that you need? And to me, there's three. So one of them is something we talk about on the show all the time is emotional intelligence, right? To have good conversation intelligence, you have to have good emotional intelligence. The second one is multi-generational intelligence. And how that plays out is when you're communicating with someone who is coming from the perspective of a different generation, a different knowledge base, a different experience level, you have to adapt your communication accordingly. An example I'll give is very often when I start a sales call, I will actually jokingly say to someone, would you prefer, while we're talking today, would you prefer I act as the role of an educator, advocator, or order taker? And they say, well, what do you mean by that? Which is what I'm hoping they'll say.
Yes.
And I say, well, if you know a lot about emotional intelligence and you've had a lot of experience with training, then I'm not going to do a lot of explaining of that because you already know. If you don't, so that's the order taker. The educator is they don't know much. It's the advocator. People are like, well, what do you mean by advocator? The advocator means that they are on board with what I'm talking about in the approach, but they have other people in their decision-making group that aren't, and I'm going to team up and collaborate with them to influence and persuade for both of our agendas to move through. And so, when I say multi-generational intelligence, I'm saying you have to know, again, what generation, skill set, knowledge, experience level, because your communication's totally going to vary based on that.